Josh Block is in rehab officially. He's in rehab officially. Here's a video about it. What's that guy's name? Mr. Banks? What's the fuck's his name? Mr. Bass NYC. This creepo guy. Here's him talking about it.
Everybody.
He said 10 days, but I'm gonna play you another clip. The guy called Tiny, who kind of works with him, he said it's gonna be more than 10 days. What's his name? Is it Tiny?
Seems to know that Joshua Block is in court-ordered rehab for the next 10 days. People kind of found out because Josh stopped posting on his TikTok several days ago. I thought he should have some privacy, but quite a few people reached out to me and said, like, everyone needs to know what's going on with Josh and if he's okay. So Josh is probably in the best position he's been in years, because he's actually in a detox rehab program. He's in for 10 days, which isn't that long.
He's smiling so much.
We all wish him the best and hope that he continues it when he gets out.
Why is he smiling about it so much, weirdo? Weird dude, this guy. Weird fucking dude. But yeah, he said 10 days, but according to Josh Block's main handler, this guy called Tony, was it Tony Bain? That's his name, right? Let's see if has he got a YouTube? Tony Bain. I need to watch the whole clip actually. Tony Bain, is he on YouTube? Yeah, he is on YouTube. Tony's on YouTube. But we might go on his kick later to check out the whole video. But Tony said it's going to be longer than 30 days.
To be real information, not just bullshit for you guys to consume. He didn't want it to be talked about before. I told him that it'd probably be best to tell everybody what he was doing, so maybe I didn't have to explain it for him. But he just he seemed a little bit defeated. So yes, Josh is in a rehabilitation facility for his alcohol abuse and his behavior. He had the option to avoid this. He could have slowed down his drinking. I told him countless times on stream and also off stream. So the courts made it.
So I guess if you commit enough crimes where you're like drunk or high, the courts can step in and basically commit you to go to rehab. And I guess what happens if you don't go? What happens if you keep committing crimes? You go to prison, I'm assuming. So there's people in prison who just keep committing petty crimes when they're drunk and high, or just keep getting arrested by police officers when they're like inebriated and shit. That's gonna be a horrible way to be in prison. That's gonna be such a horrible way to be in prison, because you just couldn't keep yourself away from the drugs and the booze.
And let him know that this was a serious thing, that this was now looking good for him. The night before, he's like, I don't want to be friends with Tony anymore, but I just wanted him to
stop. Yeah, a bit Coiler. Go to jail, then get out on probation and keep going back to jail. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. In a worse way, that makes sense.
Stop drinking so he would be sober enough for when he went to court, which he already screwed off a lot of the AA meetings, which I told him to go to every day. He chose not to. So the day before, he's like, I don't want to be, I hate Tony. I don't want to be friends with I was literally just begging him to like stop drinking. So I think he took it like he knew it was coming. He voluntarily went 10 days early. He could have waited. He went in with a smile. So I walked him to the door. We waited in the waiting room. And then when it came time for him to go, he went in and gave me a hug. And he was in good spirits and ready for hopefully the next chapter of his life.
He seems like, I know this guy is definitely running Josh Block's pockets, right? This guy is definitely running his pockets, but he does seem like he's there for him, innit? He was there right at the very moment that he got, admitted to the rehab. He was right there. Didn't post a picture, didn't record a video, only spoke about it later on in his pod. So it seems like he's got his best interests at heart. I know obviously a lot of his financial gains are dependent on Josh Block anyway, so he kind of has to look after his, prized asset. But this is quite good. I prefer him. I prefer this guy leeching off of Josh Block than the other one. The other dude is creepy and weird. I prefer this guy leeching off of Josh. If someone's going to leech off of him and keep him somewhat safe and look after him to a certain extent, I prefer if it be this Tony Bain guy. Or Bammy, however you say his first name, his last name. But big up Tony.
I don't know. There was something about he needed to be in there for 10 days. Listen, that was just never the case. He'll be in there for the foreseeable future. 30 days to 45 days is what the court ordered through the.
That's good, man. He needs it. He needs it, man. He needs it. He needs those days. He's probably going to get right back to drinking anyway, but he needs it. He needs it more than ever. 30 to 45 days is definitely very, 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 very necessary for him.
That's worked out through insurance. If he goes to a better place, had some people open to donate to his rehab fund. If it takes time after this and
rehab fund, beer and ket fund, Berlin fund, Berghain fund, rehab fund, you know. I feel like a fucking I feel like a fucking loser having a Berlin fund, right? Having a Berghain fund, having a ket and beer fund. This guy has a rehab fund. Yo, you have to get your life together, man. You have to get your life together. Rehab fund, you know. God almighty.
One of these gracious donors want to finance that. I'm all for that. There wasn't going, in my opinion, there wasn't going to be a Josh next year. This is the best thing that could possibly happen, and I did my best.
Yeah, big up Tony, man. Big up Tony. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Big up fucking Tony. I'm glad to hear it. Big up Tony. Hopefully Josh Block gets the help he needs. Couple more clips here before we move on. Tony 5150 just last July and Christmas. Rotted.
Threatened suicide, which is very serious, in a public place, a restaurant, and then.
But he always does that, though, isn't it? He always does that when he loses his phone. When people keep shouting, put the fries in the bag. He always does that, though, isn't it? I'm gonna get my help. No, he kind of always does that.
Also on a live stream.
It makes me sad to watch you struggle, Josh. I tried to jump off of a second-story balcony last night. Why? He saw me. I was about to jump, and they were pulled me back. That's not true. That's not true at all, Josh. You didn't standing at your door.
You know, when we were leaving the restaurant that night in July, cops were pulling up, so they were already looking for him. It would have been best for medical services to show up, so I called, and that's okay. Also, on Christmas night, 8 paramedics were at Josh's room. You guys don't know this, but he did something similar in an Uber, and people take that serious. So when I was waiting for him, they started to pull up. Yeah, I took that very serious. A lot of people thought made it out to be that that's a bad thing.
Imagine if Josh Block comes out like fucking Fuzi. Remember when Fuzi went to rehab? Fuzi went to rehab and he came out and now Fuzi's like a bodybuilder. Imagine if Josh Block comes out of rehab and he starts to get into bodybuilding. He goes to like Bradley Martin's gym. You know, he starts hanging out with all those guys, clavicular and all those. Imagine if he gets balls deep into bodybuilding and weight training and shit. That'd be a pretty epic little evolution, isn't it? He puts on like 40 pounds of muscle and shit. That'd be fucking sick. Josh Block on the fucking creatine. Another one, Tony will definitely be in heaven for all he has done for Josh. Let's press this one.
A rehabilitation facility. This saved his life. He was in good spirits. He knew that he needed it physically and mentally. I've also been taking consideration his family's wishes since beginning to work with Josh. His family had recommended that he needed this treatment a long time ago when I first met him. I've been working with them all along. I wouldn't have been able to do this without their grace. I walked him to the door. He was in good spirits and ready for hopefully the next chapter of his life. He voluntarily went 10 days early. He could have waited, but knew that for his own health, mentally and physically, it was best to go in and receive this treatment. So I'll give that to him. He went early. It was voluntarily. He could have stayed out, I think, until the 27th, which they stated in court. And whoever went to the court date and saw that and recorded it and put it online, well, there was your info. So otherwise, protecting his privacy is first and foremost to me.
Fair enough. Yeah, but Game Break, is that true? Derek Lewis got TKO'd. I'm going to watch that tomorrow then. RIP for Derek Lewis, and not RIP, but you know what I mean. Unfortunately, RIP is a bit extreme. And then, yeah, according to Tony's manager, Zach, Grandpa Block is getting a restraining order against Based. Really? Jason wanted people to storm Josh's rehab and disrupt a rehab facility. Now his grandpa filed a restraining order against Jason. Bye bye Jason forever. Thank God, man. Thank God. That Mr. Bass guy's a weirdo. And let's play one last clip of that Mr. Bass guy with this is an old clip from last year. This is an old clip from last year actually. Let me just go back to all the t-shirts. Anything I missed out on there today? Let's actually go top. Let's go past week. Anything I missed out on? Just finally in rehab. Is that a real tattoo? Is that a real tattoo? Block coin to the moon. Jesus Christ, that's awful, isn't it? Okay. I'm just spitting the beginning of the end, yeah. So let's play this last video, then we'll move on from Josh Block. This is from last year. This is how bad it got last year. Josh Block off the whippets. Off the galaxy gas.
You guys, we don't have a poll, but would I be a good parent or the worst parent?
Look at him shaking.
Oh God.
He's like a baby dinosaur. Do you feel good? You good?
Oh my God, I feel like I'm...
What? Are you farting? What is that noise?
I don't know. I feel lightheaded.
Oh, you don't vomit. Don't vomit. Don't vomit. You good? Ah!
Oh my God, okay.
What? What's happening?
I felt like... I felt a circle. I felt like I was like spinning. I saw a bright light and I thought that I was not. I saw a bright light and I thought that I... No! Stop that.
Jesus Christ. Get well soon, World of T-shirts is good. Because the pace he was going at, man, most likely he would have ended up, he would have ended up in a bad way. So I'm happy he's getting some help. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy this kid's, because he was doing a little bit too much this last month, especially. He was doing a little bit too much.
Start working!
What are your thoughts?
Motherfucker!
What are your thoughts about Israel and the Jews? Josh, what are your thoughts about Israel?
I don't know.
What are your thoughts about black people?
I'm trying to open my phone, but it doesn't want to.
Well, that's not your phone. That's a huge piece of cream cheese. That's why that's happening.
It does that either way.
No, but Josh, that's literally a huge piece of cream cheese.
I don't like this country.
No, I mean, I don't either, but I'm saying that's not your phone. It's literally a massive piece of cream cheese. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's
Why
literally,
does
I don't even know
Apple
where you
do that to me?
I don't even know where you got that thing from, but that's actually cream cheese, and it's a huge
I'm
thing.
the captain of the ship.
I know, I understand that, Josh.
If I want my phone to work, it will work.
No,
if
I get that.
If it doesn't work,
But Josh,
they'll regret it.
But Josh, but I'm saying, but you're holding a piece of cream cheese.
Son of bitches.
But I'm saying, how do you want to access your phone when you're trying to access cream cheese?
Okay.
But I'm saying, but Josh,
Go.
Josh, that's literally cream cheese, though. Actually, though, like, I'm not even kidding. It's
Go.
Josh, that's cream cheese, dude. All right, there's your phone. All right, there you go.
I'm the captain of the ship, you bitch.
All right, my bad.
I want to get so high that I'm mistaken a block of cream cheese, or I'm mistaken a block of cheese for my phone. I don't know what drugs he's on, but I want to get so high one day that I'm mistaken a block of cheese for my phone. That's how high I want to get. Anyway, good luck to Josh Block. Good luck to World of T-shirts. Good luck to Josh Block. Good luck to World of T-shirt.